This week on AYL, Will Oxley is going with the Utah Avalanche Center. Chad Booth is going to check out elk on Hardware Ranch. And me and Phil, we're going up to get us a Christmas tree. Welcome to AYL. We're up here looking for a Christmas tree in the Richfield area. I'm Brett Hermansen.
I'm Erick with Jorgensen Powersports.
I'm Phil Rawlings with AYL.
We went down to Richfield, down to Jorgensen's earlier. Erick hooked us up with a tree permit and the rules and regulations on what you need to do to get your tree. We're going to try and follow those as close as we can. Hopefully we can. And hopefully we find a great tree.
Yeah, one that'd make Charlie Brown jealous.
There you go.
We got some fun so far. What do you think of the snow wheeling we've done?
Oh, it's been a blast. I'm loving it.
Yeah, a little different than mud or sand.
Yeah, a little bit different. A little bit different than out in the sand.
Well, we've been talking about putting tracks on this thing, and it may be almost time for that up here. There's been some spots that's been surprisingly windy. How have you been liking it?
Oh, it's great. It's already winter wonderland up here.
Did you expect to see this much snow up here?
I did. No, it's been a couple of weeks since we had a good storm up here. But there's some deep snow.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with this, and we're hoping that it pays off, and we're going to find that Christmas tree that's awesome. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll definitely find it. We passed the good ones, but not the perfect one yet.
We're going to find it. Trails up here, man, it's gorgeous. Some of the lookouts over the valley that we've seen so far, just spectacular. You've got the red and the mountainsides, the green and the tan. So we're coming into winter season. Does that mean that Jorgensen's shut down, or does winter season just means that you change it up a little bit?
Oh yeah, it's a new season for adventure at Jorgensen's. Getting the snowmobiles out, we're starting to put tracks up, rangers, and all kinds of machines. No, it's just getting started. We love the winter.
Awesome. So do you get out on the sleds much?
Oh yeah, as much as we can. Actually, right on this trail here, probably a month from now will be perfect.
It's almost good enough now.
It is, close.
Yeah, check this out. We're just sort of sliding around this corner here. We're trying to keep up with Brett and Will. As we try to make it through this, you go check out our first story.
Utah is quickly transforming into a winter wonderland. As the snow accumulates atop the mountains, it becomes increasingly important for everyone to be aware of avalanche conditions and to educate themselves about proper safety procedures.
I've been in the snow and avalanche business for 3.5 decades. I've been blessed to work with the Avalanche Center for almost a quarter of a century. I'm a skier, I'm a snowmobiler, I'm a lover of all things snow. So the Utah Avalanche Center has been around for over 4 decades, and the importance of this organization lies in our messaging, because what we know as forecasters as well as users is that our forecasts, at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, and in the middle of the day, help to save lives. Because this is a very complex medium. I mean, to me, all of this looks white. So how can one slope be dangerous and we'll need to avoid it, and another slope be good to go? And so what I try to do as a forecaster is dive deep into the medium, understand it, but then take this very complex medium and help to distill it and give people the information that they need so that they can go out and recreate safely and enjoy the greatest snow on earth. All of the water that we've been receiving, especially during the dense, heavy storms that slammed the state in late December, early January, that helped us build a nice, deep, homogeneous snowpack. The beauty about a snowpack like this is most of our instabilities are going to fall somewhere in between this old snow surface and the snow that we stack on top. The good news is that's pretty straightforward, that's pretty predictable. Now, kind of the in-between news is that with more snow, there's more frequency of avalanche occurrence.
Creating avalanche forecasts is just as much science as it is an art. It involves a lot of moving pieces in order to make accurate predictions.
So the day before I issue my avalanche forecast, I'm out on the snow. I'm looking at the layering, I'm looking at what we call the stratigraphy, looking for those strong layers, those weak layers. And what I do is take all of that information, and then the following day, of course, I'm up at dark 30. I'm looking at weather, what my winds are gonna be, temperatures, perhaps some snowfall, all of those factors that are gonna affect the avalanche danger. Taking all of that information, correlating that with what I'm seeing in the morning, and that's how we put all of the information together to issue our avalanche forecast. There's a lot of local knowledge, there's a lot of gut feeling, tons of institutional knowledge, and then we integrate computers, we integrate remote weather stations, and also we've got lots of observers as well as professional partners in the field that help give us information. At the end of the day, not only are we forecasters, but we're users of this product as well. We're digging snow profiles, we're tweaking snow and testing snow. We're doing all the heavy lifting, so all you need to do is click on utahavalanchecenter.org and we've got your back. And so when I started in this business, we recorded things on a phone line, and that's how everybody got their information. And then it was amazing to see a website develop. So the beauty of the forecast is gonna give me specific avalanche information about the kinds of terrain that I should be avoiding for the day, also the kind of terrain that I can get out and ride. I'm in the Salt Lake area mountains today, and I just click on that. I've got a yellow light, I've got a moderate avalanche danger, and everything is easily spelled out for me here. No matter how we recreate on the snow, we need to be armed with the latest avalanche forecast for the zone that we plan to travel in. All of us at the Utah Avalanche Center are passionate about what we do. We're lovers of the snow, we're lovers of winter recreation, and we also know that our messaging helps to save lives, and that's where the rubber hits the road.
Welcome back to AYL. I'm Brett Hermansen. We're out on the trail out by Richfield looking for a Christmas tree. We got our Christmas tree permit from Jorgensen's, but they don't not only have that, but they have all kinds of stuff.
So we have Christmas tree permits. They are for the Fish Lake National Forest. If you come in and purchase a permit from us, we will provide you with rules, guidance to kind of guide you on what you can and cannot do. A couple of the more important ones are you don't want to top a tree off. So what that means is you find a tall, beautiful tree, don't cut the top of it off. You will get in trouble. They are only prohibited to cut on the Boulder Mountain on the Fremont River District. Ponderosa pines are a big no-no. You may cut up to a 10-foot tall tree, and then they like you to stump it from at least 8 inches off the ground, clean all the branches and everything like that off. You can get these permits off of the BLM website. However, if you want to just run in and buy one from us, you are able to get a Christmas tree up until Christmas Day. That's when these permits expire. But yeah, it's a lot of fun for your family to go out and get your own Christmas tree. And I took my kids, not last year, but the year before, and we went up on the mountain we grew up on, Willow Creek. And it was just fun. We got out, we hiked in the snow, and my kids were super excited when they found the tree that they wanted. We cut it down, drug it back, and it's really good tradition for Christmas and for families. So.
Welcome back to AYL. We're up here on Monroe Mountain. We've had the weather kind of turn on us, but we did find the tree, thanks to Eric here. He's our guide. Phil's gonna chop it down.
Yeah, but it's feeling a lot more like Christmas with the snow.
Yeah, it is. It feels much better. Kind of gives you that Christmassy feeling.
It's been fun.
It has been. Luckily, our expedition from Jorgensen's could get us up here no problem. With Eric driving, our trusted guide.
We haven't gone off yet.
Yeah, we haven't gone off yet. I'll tell you what we need to do is, one of us needs to go up there, pull it that way, and get it down in here and notch it. And then,
so we can lean it over?
So it won't bind on the saw.
Yeah.
So it'll go over as it does that, and then come around the other side. Off it goes.
Okay, so we're gonna cut it here first?
I would cut it, yeah, wherever, yeah. And actually what you probably ought to do is and you gotta push this button, that's the safety.
Oh, gotcha.
I would just, get in here so you can see what you're doing.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Got a branch that decided it wanted to be a part of your chainsaw.
Hopefully.
There we go. Spit it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, save that for garland.
Yeah, what you do is you limb these and save all this. This makes that nice garland on your staircase, you know, and stuff. So.
Nice. The wife's like that.
No waste, yeah. My wife taught me that.
All right, here we go.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, Lumberjack Phil. And now, according to regulation, we got to cut this stump off 8 inches from the ground. So we got to get down in here and cut off the stump.
Yeah, I don't think
limb this thing again, really.
I don't think I'm even gonna have to lay down in the snow.
Yeah, you kind of got away with it.
I know.
Now we're gonna get Phil to chop it off right down to the ground.
Man, this is an awesome little saw.
That thing really works good.
Yeah, it does. Man, I'm gonna have to get me one of these. All right, that's well under 8 inches there.
That's plenty good.
Look at that.
Perfect.
That looks great.
Woo. Made it back to the road. Well, just like that, we got our tree. It wasn't that hard to do. We got Phil and Eric are loading it up on the side-by-side. We're gonna get out of here, so you get out of here too and go to our next story.
Well, it's that time of year again. The Hardware Ranch Wildlife Management Area is starting up its winter hours. Now, throughout the year, Hardware Ranch offers hiking, fishing, and wildlife viewing opportunities, but the winter months are special. It's a special time when you're able to get up close and personal with the elk herd.
This is a part of an ongoing program that we've been doing ever since this WMA was founded, which was in 1945. So we've been doing this for a very long time. Elk are here to keep them out of the lower Cache Valley. Historically, the elk and deer would migrate from the mountains up here down into lower Cache Valley, and that's where they would winter over. But with people moving up into lower Cache Valley, obviously the elk still migrated down, but instead of eating the plants that they normally would eat, they'd get into farmers' haystacks and things like that, and the farmers didn't like that very much. So this is part of the solution, is that we would grow hay in the summertime and some of our meadows, and we would feed the elk that hay that we grew over the winter to keep them out of the lower Cache Valley.
Well, it's a great family activity. It's fun to get together with a family in the outdoors and learn something new and see the wildlife. It's fun to get out in the snow.
And it's especially fun to see the kids learn stuff and see things for the first time and just have them build life experiences. It's fun for them.
I love to see the kids' reaction when they see the big bulls stand up, and where they got their heads down eating hay, and they pick their head up and they just see how massive they are, and they're just 10 feet away from the wagon, and it's unworldly.
Just getting up and close and personal with the elk. You don't get that when we're out hunting and camping. You're looking through binoculars, and this is a whole different experience because you can be close. You can see them up close and notice things that you can't see when they're out on the mountain through the binoculars. So it's great fun.
Just be out with the family here and just enjoying it. Get away from the hustle and bustle. Slow down. You don't have phone service here. It's great, no one's on their phones, and you can have conversation.
And it's close by. It's not that bad of a ride out here.
It's a beautiful ride.
Yeah, it's beautiful to know how much there is to do around here, and it's just a ride away.
So when you come in here for the sleigh ride, we have our visitor center where you can purchase your ticket. So then once you get your ticket, you can come down here and get in line and get on a sleigh ride, and you can expect to be on the sleigh for about 30 minutes. And your driver will take you out on the meadow. You'll get to see elk at a lot closer distance, and they'll tell you a little bit about the history of the WMA, why we feed the elk, some information about elk biology, and answer questions that you may have.
The elk, they just have this pasture for them to graze on, and the elk just come here and they're free range. They come and go as they want. This is just part of their migration pattern. I had no idea.
Additionally, we test the elk for a disease called brucellosis. Brucellosis is a disease that causes mother elk to abort their calves, and it's highly contagious. There's no brucellosis in the elk herd right now, but both of the neighboring states around us, Wyoming and Idaho, both have it. So we test them just to make sure that our herd is healthy and safe, so that when they do leave wherever they go off to, that they don't get it.
Tickets aren't available online. They're sold only at the Wildlife Education Center, which is at the ranch. It's open Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays from December 6th through February 9th.
If you've never been here, the experience is amazing. It doesn't matter if it's freezing cold or a blue sky and warmer up like it is today, but it's a nice experience.
Dress like you're going into the mountains in the winter. You're gonna go tubing or you're gonna go snowmobiling, and dress warm. We've seen a lot of folks that come and they don't anticipate how cold it can be, especially if you're gonna be here in the later afternoon when the sun goes down. Out there, that temperature will drop 15 degrees pretty fast.
To be out there amongst the elk and be so close with a wild animal that has no other reason to be here other than it wants to be is just awesome.
Welcome back to AYL. Don't forget, once you cut down your tree, you gotta put your tag on it. So, want to tag and bag it, Phil?
Yeah, we got a spot picked out for it right here.
He cut it down. He's got to tag it. He's completely responsible for this.
You shoot it, you tag it.
Well, there we are, all bagged and tagged, and we're all ready to go back home.
Yeah.
Got our tree, and so while we go home, check out next week's show.
Next week, Phil is heading out with Danny Holland from Honda World as they take the machines from Coral Pink to Mount Carmel via the famed Barracks Trail. Then, Reese and Marianne Stein are back, and they're going to take you on a tour of beautiful little Dublin, Ireland, as they show off some of the most famous travel sites in all of the Emerald Isle. Finally, we're getting you a behind-the-scenes look on extreme rock crawling of a miniature variety as we take you to the RC Arena's competitive rock crawling. Now, let's get a look at this week's contest winner. Our contest winner was submitted to us via social media from Gary Romano, and it looks like Gary is the lucky winner of a Camp Chef stove. Now, Camp Chef is the best way to get your cooking done in the outdoors. Visit campchef.com for more information, and congratulations, Gary. Be sure to call us on Monday at 801-947-8888 or send us a message on Facebook to claim your prize.
Next week's show looks great. You're going to love it. Today was a blast.
Oh, I had a riot.
I mean, thanks to Jorgensen's for letting us borrow Eric and the machine. Yeah, that was fun.
We had a lot of fun. I don't know, what was your work, going and playing, which one?
It was a tough toss-up, but I had to say this was a little bit better.
Yeah, it's a great sacrifice you made.
It was tough.
Yeah. My wife, she heard what we were doing, and I got an earful. She wanted to come and do this. I didn't even know that she wanted to do things like this, go out and get a Christmas tree. We have the one you plug it in the wall and it lights up. But next year we'll be down here, Jorgensen's. It was super easy. Walk in, get our permit. They tell you where to go, what to do. So just don't forget your chainsaw, right?
Yeah, there you go. We did not pull a Clark Griswold. We did remember the chainsaw. That was a good thing. Yeah. I kept a mental note for a long, every time I'd sit down, I go, okay, don't forget that chainsaw. Don't forget the chainsaw.
Yep. We had a lot of fun. It's a great big world. You got to get out there and create adventures you'll love.